Welcome everybody to BigGunner81 Live, presented by Spinta Precision. You can check them out at spintaprecision.com. And of course, Eggleston Munitions. Our friends over at Eggleston Munitions also have a coupon code. I believe it's BigGunner81. I don't remember what the percentage is. I think it's like 10%. Might be a little bit more. I don't remember. But check them out at egglestonmunitions.com. If you're into reloading, they've got some excellent options for sorry about that. Our friend Pete was trying to log into the show, but he's having trouble getting in tonight. By the way, Corey, if you want to try to send him the link that I sent you, maybe it'll work on his end. You don't mind? Thanks.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get him on. As I was saying, Eggleston Munitions, egglestonmunitions.com. They have polymer-coated projectiles at an awesome price point. Excellent for target practice and so forth. I like using it for competition and so forth and all that. And, of course, the range of 35, which our friend Pete, as I was mentioning, is trying to log in right now to hang out with us tonight. Hopefully Corey will get them all set. Something happened with the link that we sent them. And Applied Arsenal Finishes and Gunworks. Out in Waterman, Illinois. You see my rifle that I've got with the American flag on it and so forth, and also my competition rifle. They did all the work on that, and also Laura's Cubs rifle. So anyway, welcome everybody. Kind of just everybody we got with us tonight. Of course, we got Corey from Southern Style Beards. Welcome, Corey.
Hey guys.
Welcome. We got Eric from Falcon 37 with us tonight. First time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to talk with you in a little bit about what you guys have going on and everything. I know we saw your products before. Actually, from our friend James, who we're going to introduce in a second. We got Kent with us from Green Mountain Defense.
How's it going, guys?
Up in Vermont. Welcome. It's going good. Glad to have you. And, of course, our friend James Renteria, who is from High Speed Shooting Stabilizers. If I'm saying that correctly, I know you also offer a bunch of new products as well. So welcome. In fact, James actually introduced us to the Habu charging handle a while back. And it's one of the products that they make from nice, there you go, from Falcon 37. So, of course, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We had that just between the last show and now, and glad to have everyone back. During that time, of course, we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that stuff. See some reports like people said they had enough background checks, whatever, to arm the Marines or something. I forget what they said, but they had their statistics. They always throw out there, about how many guns got sold on Black Friday and this and that. And yeah, there are some good deals, but honestly, and we could talk about this too a little bit. There was some good stuff, but overall, it was kind of like a lackluster thing. I don't know if it's because, just seeing what kind of deals were around last year or what. I don't know. I don't know if you guys had thoughts on that, if any of you did any Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping or not. I don't know. I was probably busy with family and other things. But
I bought a little bit of stuff, but I don't know.
Nothing good?
Nothing like knocked me off my wagon, so to speak. There were some decent deals, but shit's been in such a downward spiral price-wise for so long that it wasn't really too surprising. Right. It's not like we're going from 2012 panic buying to,
Black Friday. Things are kind of down already. And so I guess it's part of it, really you start kind of comparing, you're like, that's not that much less than, that's not like an awesome super deal compared to what it was last week, I'll tell you one of the things I mentioned on the last show, and me and Kent were talking about this off air before. If you watch my Instagram, BigGunner81 on Instagram or on Facebook, I was opening up this ammo can today, and it just came from Sportsman's Guide, and I'm not affiliated with Sportsman's Guide in any way, other than I purchased a membership a while back. But we're talking about the Malaysian, surplus 308 ammo. So that just came today, box. I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing how it all works and everything. It's the first time I got an ammo can and tried to open the lid. I'm like, oh man, this thing's stuck. I'm thinking, okay, it's just stuck, Try yanking on it a couple times, wouldn't pop open. So I'm like, all right, I wonder if it's vacuumed, and sure enough, the seal was that well that was vacuum sealed. I had to take a little screwdriver, a decent sized screwdriver, just kind of pry it open and, sucked in the air. But yeah, it's a nice shape. Comes in, little boxes of 40, and so forth. But yeah, that was the first time, so I'm kind of impressed with the ammo can, I guess. So hopefully the ammo is as impressive as the can. As far as Black, and by the way, I may mention that too, is I think the price point, somewhere it's like if you're a first-time buyer on Sportsman's Guide with X, coupon X, whatever they have, it's like 33 cents around. But I think it came out with whatever coupon code I used, because I've already had an account with them. I think it was around 36 cents or something like that, which is still pretty decent when you consider that 223 currently, it fluctuates, but you're probably paying, somewhere between, I want to say on average, probably close to 28 cents to 30 cents around on the lower end to begin with. So a few cents more for 308 is pretty awesome. And this particular stuff is brass cased. Unfortunately, it's from what I understand it's burnt and primed, so you can't reload it, at least not easily. And it might be a bimetal jacket, but it's not. It's a lead core projectile. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. And then as far as other deals of Black Friday, I myself didn't really buy much, but I did pick up another Bushnell TRS 25, just to throw on like my PCC, my pistol caliber carbine. So I didn't have an optic for it. Basically, from my opinion, the TRS 25 is kind of like the lowest end. I'd probably want to go for a red dot, but they're pretty decent. I mean, I had, I think, 2 or 3 other ones besides that, and they've held up. I've got them wet, before I was out shooting a competition and started raining, whatever. And is what I actually started out with before I ever got any type of scope or anything. It was just a Bushnell TRS 25. And they had them on sale on Amazon for $45. I've heard some people say they were able to get them for less than that with a coupon last year or something. But we're almost splitting hairs. We're talking about maybe, $10 difference or something. Then I did see it later for like 41, but then when it's clicked that link and it was back up to $79, like retail, full retail kind of sort of. So that's what I kind of saw on Black Friday and all that stuff. There's a few other deals that were out there. Another good one was that I didn't really jump on, is I'm not a big fan of rebates. For example, I had my Century Arms rifle. I got a rebate on that, and I never got it back yet. Kind of strange, but it may just still be not being processed yet. I don't know. But when you have rebate, you're always dealing with the fact of I bought it, and now I'm waiting to get my value back out of it by sending in something and hoping they actually send me a check or a card or whatever it is you're waiting for. But needless to say, there was a deal. I think it was through Academy Sports for like Remington has their bucket of bullets for their like 9mm and a few other pistol calibers, where it's like a $30 rebate per bucket, and the price point they had it for, I believe it ended up working out to about 14 cents a round after the rebate was sent in, not including tax and of course your time to drive there, pick it up or whatever. Although they might have free shipping on it. I let that one go because honestly, it wasn't something I could bite into. And of course, dealing with rebates and whatnot. So anyhow, if you guys got any thoughts on that before we go to the next topic here?
Yeah, you know what I found? I've seen a lot of people buying specific things now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just grabbing at deals, because there's been so much stuff on the market. Now they're looking for specific stuff. Like they're waiting for a specific item. Okay, I've been saving up for that, because I just picked this up.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And it's got the Law Tactical on this one.
So that was all finished and assembled and ready to go. Who made it?
Oh, yeah. This was American Resistance gear.
Cool.
But if you look at Tack-On trigger, and the guys at Tack-On, I found this out because everybody's buying a bunch of these 9mm. All the bolt carriers are not the same. There's no standard spec, I don't think.
Right.
And so the trigger actually malfunctioned bad. But Tack-On fixed it. And like I could not move it. We had to hammer that thing.
Oh, wow.
And they actually had to cut the hammer differently to get it to work.
Wow.
So
I've heard that the different ones, different aftermarket triggers with the 9mm like that, some people are having problems with them. Mil spec, hammer is not a problem, or trigger is not a problem.
American Resistance. I mean, the Mike over there does an amazing job. This thing is just, it's awesome. So this is specific. Like, I will now try and find the best deal on this. I know exactly what I want, and I'm willing to pay a little bit more because the prices are getting better to get that gun where before it was out of my reach.
That's awesome, though.
So that's what I'm seeing.
I'm actually looking to build something very similar to that. I noticed, we were talking offline a little bit about the folding stock adapter you have there. Which one is that?
Well, this is a Law Tactical Gen 3.
So how are you able to get that to work with the bolt carrier group that you have?
Oh.
So I know it's got the adapter that sticks in there, but some bolt carrier groups don't have that opening like the standard 5.56 223 bolt carrier group.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's magic. Like, I oil it right every night. It works. But American Resistance, I mean, this thing is a tack driver. So this is what I'll wait for Black Friday. Like, I'll save my money and drop. This is the deal I'm looking for specifically.
Does forward assist actually work on that, or is it just there?
No, it works.
No, I mean, like, does it actually contact the bolt?
Yeah, I don't know.
I see a lot of companies using regular standard uppers, and then the forward assist, there's no teeth on the bolt carrier grip usually. If you pull the bolt back part way and try pushing the button, you can see if it fights your charging handle or not.
I don't know. Just there for looks.
What's that? It's just there basically. I mean,
that's fine. It looks good.
It does. That is a nice setup.
Yeah, and that's the thing now. I think people are now actually looking for the sights or the stocks or the triggers that they weren't going to get before because they were too expensive. I mean, everybody I know has a ton of ARs. So now I see people going for the stuff that they've always wanted.
Right, absolutely. It's cool. I mean, that's like I always said, that's one of the coolest things about the AR-15 platform is there's just so many different options out there that you can pick exactly what you want and put it together and and change it up as you want to. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Whether you're building it for a truck gun or some type of defensive purpose like that. Or you want to build it for like competition or hunting, you can make it what you want it to be. Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I just got, this was my Black Friday, another one of my purchases. But the RMR and the red dots, they're becoming so prevalent now. That's another big thing that's a lot of deals on the optics.
Is that the is that the Gen 4 or Gen 3?
It's a Gen 4, but I mean, I have that really awesome Glock AR platform, so I'm carrying all Glock mags. So I thought, if I have an extra pistol on my hip, why not use the same mags?
Right.
So more of a practical purchase.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool thing. I carry the 19, the Gen 4. I like it a lot. I think it's a great gun. I actually bought a second one. I bought just a complete frame that I'm going to be decking out with a different slide and so forth and actually I have a blank slide right now that we're looking to get cut and everything.
And then the regular M4 pouches, I don't know if you can see it because it's all black, but the regular M4 pouches from Blue Force Gear, I found that they'll hold double 30-round stick mag.
Gotcha. That's cool. So it's like instead of having 4 30-round mags, now you have you have 3 in there, and then so 6 versus 3 bases. I'm trying to say, you can't spit it out.
And so I mean, there's a lot of practicality, and there's a lot of great deals on gear. I've spent money on gear, optics, not so much guns because they're so easy to get now.
What kind of vest was that?
It is.
That's actually your backpack.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
it's a
is my
backpack. Okay.
So it's a normal looking backpack,
Right.
and then you unzip it. You flip it around, and now you got a tack vest.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just badass.
And it's got body armor in it. It's got your blowout kit on the bottom, and your PDW sits right here.
So how far adjustable is that, like, for someone who's larger like myself?
It fits just fine.
Yeah.
This is what's cool about this, and that's another thing. People are buying gear. You can go from, because there's a girl that was helping me, and she's like this big around the waist, and I'm like this, and I don't have to adjust the waist strap because it's Velcro and elastic.
No, gotcha.
You can go from this to this on the waist strap, and it won't, it'll still bite down. So,
Cool.
yeah, we did a lot of pictures and stuff, and that was pretty awesome.
How about like this? Okay, think
But here's the
about
beauty. I just go back to the sewing machine and add a few more feet, and we're good.
Nice.
So hopefully it'll fit, a 3XL. I'm a pretty burly dude and bulky shoulders and everything. So that'd be pretty cool to have, because I have a TAC Pro Gear vest, and it sits a little snug on me. But
I too am what I find experiencing, growing, just not from the gym, and I have a larger pack, and the larger pack will actually fit this, so everybody can see how big it is.
right.
Just like that fits in the bag without having to do anything.
Nice.
And so it turning into a vest, I don't have to deal with dragging a bag around trying to pull magazines out. I've actually got a vest. And we were talking about everybody's, mass shooter hysteria. You're either being shot at, whatever goes. You're running towards the gunfight, so get your vest on, get prepared. Or you're getting people and running away from the gunfight.
Right.
So, in that instance, I figured body armor is going to help on all three, even if you could just get it in front of you,
Yeah.
So being able to carry stuff like this. And the other thing is, people don't see this. When this is in a backpack, all you see is a backpack.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question about that.
Out,
So here's my question though. So say you're in, like you say, mass shooter type hysteria type deal. Say you have I get the pack, because obviously it's got armor in it, and you can have your gear and stuff. But now when you go to open it up, and you take out your carbine or whatever, there's no place to hide that carbine once you flip it over into a vest. Is that correct?
No, but here's the thing. We've talked about this, and we've discussed it, and we've been, working with various organizations. You're going to take your chance as soon as, if you had nothing and you drew your handgun, you drew your carry. As soon as someone sees you with a gun, they're not going to ask questions. So you have to kind of weigh the situation. Do I stop people from losing their lives? Do I worry about me losing my life? Am I trying to protect my family? Am I trying to protect other families? Right. And unfortunately, there's no right answer. Yeah, there's no right answer. But, that's why we're putting this giant Mamba Jamma. Now you could get these for the vest, because that's 17 by 10. And this will stop up to 44 Magnum. So, that's why as much armor as I can slide into that bag, whatever options I can give people, that's the best I can do.
Well said. So let's talk a little about with Eric here about Falcon 37 and the Habu. So Eric, tell us a little bit about how it all came about and whatnot. I know James has got one of those there with him, I'm sure, right now, because he had a packaging.
Well, no, me and Steve Parker, a friend of mine, I met him quite a few years back. My daughter dated his son back when they were in high school, so we've known years. But one day I was over here hanging out with him and cheek riser for an adjustable stock AR. He had just picked up an ACOG for his SIG M400, and he was complaining about being able to get a good cheek weld, good sight picture on it, and was trying to come up with a way to get a cheek riser on that adjustable stock that wouldn't interfere with the charging handle when it was collapsed. And when we sat there and chatted about it, and I just told him, well, why don't we just put the riser on the charging handle, and then that way we don't have to worry about anything. It clicked, and we started working from there. Went through about 4 or 5, different little versions of it before we settled on the one that we wanted. And the new Ambi charging handle was born.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Steve took it out to a SHOT Show and that's where we got introduced to Safari Land and some of the other companies out there, and that's when we started working with Safari Land to get them to do the manufacturing and stuff for us. So we didn't have to worry about a plant and machinist and injection molding equipment and all of that. Safari Land takes care of that for us, and so we've got a top-notch manufacturer making it for us. It's all made in the USA, warranty on it.
That's pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
So,
yeah, we've got our Mod 2 version. We actually teamed up with Nordic Comp to do the machining. So Nordic Components is machining the charging handles for us.
oh, really?
We're shipping those down to Safari Land. They're still doing the cheek riser and all the packaging and assembly for us. We're expecting those here. Well, we've been expecting them. We're running a little bit late on them, and the customers are getting a little anxious and stuff. But we had the anode wasn't up to snuff, so we had to send it back. It had to send them back and get them to re-anodize them. And so now we finally got the charging handles down to Safari Land, and we're getting on the packaging, and we're expecting them here, hopefully this week for the AR-10 as well now.
Pretty cool. So what other things do you have on the horizon right now?
Well, we hooked up with Don over at Arachna Grips, that makes the slide spider for the pistols, and one complaint from the people that's never actually touched it is that it looks slippery. And it is a polymer, a cheek riser, so we kind of had to find a balance between, a grip and not chewing your face off while you're out, running your rifle at the range. So we reached out to him through one of our 3-gun shooters, Cindy DeSplendor. She hooked us up with Dawn over there at Arachna Grips, and now we've got an Arachna grip for it. I wish I'd have brought some of them down or out of the truck here. We've got them all packed up in our gun show kit. But we've got a grip tape version out right now, and we've also got a full Ambi rubberized version that we've got coming out for them too. So, yeah, we're working on quite a few things for the Habu to get people some options if they about slipperiness or making sure they get a good grip on it.
Well, yeah, I know James actually. I think didn't you actually put like a coating on yours, like a texturized rubber coating or something?
Yeah. I've been using this thing for 2.5 years now.
Right, because you first introduced us to it.
Yeah, and I have one right here, and this thing's great. I mean, I don't have it on every rifle because some of the rifles are too short, but like competition rifles with optics, like I'm shooting like 3-gun, and this is the handle part that he's talking about. Right. You see the serrations on the side. So all I did was a light like 100 grit, 200 grit sandpaper, and sprayed it with Rhino bed liner.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was perfect. It didn't come off super tacky, and it wasn't so rough on your face, but my face is all torn up anyway, so I couldn't tell. But it just
too. Sorry, go ahead,
sweating
James.
hands, hands sweating, water, oil, whatever, it would grip perfectly. And I mean, I like them. If you haven't shot one, you really should try, because I actually saw my shooting times increase.
Nice. And I was watching a video of someone using one just yesterday, I think it was, and just the emotion of being able to have the rifle up and be able just to kind of move your hand back and just do this versus like trying to grab it with 2 fingers and in a more of an awkward state if you have the rifle still raised up. One of the questions I had though too was, say you needed to try to charge the rifle one-handedly.
Style?
What's that?
Like if you got to mortar it or like rack it back?
Not necessarily that, but like if you need to catch it on like the edge of something to pull that charging handle back. Like normally you have like the T of the charging handle to grab onto. Is there anything that's sticking out, protruding enough that you can like put it against the corner of a wall or something to try to pull a charging handle back? Say you only had one arm to work with.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, one of the things that we were looking at was actually streamlining the rifle. I mean, an extended latch charging handle gives you a lot to grab a hold of, but it also grabs a hold of everything else, and that's one of the things that kind of sucks about the T charging handle. And if you run, an AR in a single point sling, like James's vest or anything like that, or even just regular tack vest, that charging handle sticks out there, hangs up on everything.
Oh, yeah.
Can you charge it with just one hand? Well, yeah, I mean, I wedge it. You can wedge it between your stomach, you know what I mean, and lean over on it. But no, the days of hooking it on your pants, your pocket and pushing down with one hand. Now, I mean, it would kind of defeat the purpose to put some more stuff, on there. Yeah, it's adapt and overcome. It's not one hand. You'll just have to figure out a technique to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly one. You have to figure out how a different way to do it. I'm sure you could if you had to set it down somehow, and hold the stock somehow and grab it with your one arm.
I'm waiting on the AR-10 version that I got some ordered. So this is my standard AR-10, and there's my fang.
Nice.
And literally what I've done is I've been like this. I've hooked my fang in, so my fang's locked on, or I'm throwing my weight into it.
Oh, man, that is a great idea.
And
that way you can brace it against the wall and use one arm to charge it. I like it.
Pin it against the wall, or this one is reversed, so I would hook it, and just pull back, and it's braced, and it'll do it just like that.
That's cool.
So I've done it all the time. That's why I knew it worked. So you can do it one-handed, and the other thing is, if you brace this on your gear, so like put this on your gear or your vest, and you just pull up with your arm, it'll do it as well.
That's cool. See, it makes a lot of sense. So I was kind of wondering about, because I was like, I wonder how that would work with this.
Oh no, I've ran that thing one-handed many times.
Obviously, the benefit of having streamlined is nice.
The more you figure out, one of the things that I try to tell people when they're when they're picking it up is that I'm not teaching you to do anything you don't already do. Instead of dealing with the T charging handle, you're now going to run your AR the same way you do your sidearm. Just think pistol. It really does rack like a pistol slide. So however you would perform immediate action on your handgun, you're going to do the same thing with your AR now. It really does simplify it.
That is cool. Yeah. I'm glad that James gave me a great idea with that. I'm like, that's,
I don't have my competition rifle because I literally just swapped the safe in the office to the safe at the house. And I was just touching it last night, and we were running drills because we were doing all the videos. And, the fang will allow you to run the gun one-handed. So you can brace it, you can hook it into something and either push or pull. And with that charging handle, all you're doing is almost like this, and this is a gross motor skill. So I'm hooking on to the charging handle, just doing this. I'm not having to turn my hand. I'm not having to do this. I'm just pulling it back. So I can pull it back like that, and it'll still function.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like especially if you're holding the rifle up, it seems like a much more natural position to be able to just go. You said come right back at you towards your shoulder with the other arm versus trying to turn your fingers and grab onto the charging handle and pull it back.
Oh yeah, and like now imagine you're on one of those barricades where now you're bent over Now you're trying to hook a hand in like this, you know, to get it to pull back where I can do this. So once again, there's definite benefits, but until you run it, you're never gonna know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying one out pretty soon myself. I haven't gotten one yet to do that, but I know you got it. That's one of the things I look at Streamlined. I have a charging handle that I have now currently on my competition rifle has a latch that folds in to streamline it. It's a cool idea and concept, but then to try to deploy it, it almost seems like slower and more less fluid of a motion to try to go in there, flip it out, and then pull it back. And you can still do it pretty quickly, but it just doesn't seem as a smooth motion to do it that way.
Guys, I have a question.
Go for it.
What does it weigh?
What is it? 0.93 or 9.3 or it's not. It doesn't weigh that much more than a regular charging handle. Maybe like twice as much or something, because the riser itself is made out of that same 8018 polymer that all your synthetic pistols are made from. You've probably added about another third again as much aluminum to it. We just cut the T off and ran the aluminum all the way down the bottom of the cheek riser. And James can probably show you one that's taken apart and show you what the charging handle itself looks like. Yeah, no, the ounces equals pounds, but this isn't.
Yeah, it's basically like a
this ain't breaking
almost.
the bank. Yeah, that's one of the other cool things about working with like Safariland. We did a tongue and groove system in the bottom of it, and the riser has the tongue and the.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep, you're not wearing out your screws or your threads or your riser. It all locks in.
Pictures worth 1,000 words. I totally get it.
That's right.
A practical thing. All shit aside, pardon my language. It doesn't snag on gear. If you're pushing and pulling it through stuff, if you're having to get down on an angle, I'm not worried about it locking up or coming out of battery. I've never had an issue with this charging handle, and because all I do, if you see the height, so if you kind of see how that would look on the stock, it would look just like that, right? You can see the height. All I do is line that right there up on my cheek every time. As long as I hit that cheek, I know my eye is right in line with my scope. So it doesn't matter if my head's like this or whatever. As long as I line it up on that bump, I know where my scope's at. So that's all I would do is I just snap it up into that same spot, hit my cheek every time, and my eyes right behind my reticle, and I start shooting. And there's been times where I was doing this because my head was in a weird angle, and I'm trying to find my red dot or my center on my scope, and it was just eating time.
What's kind of neat about that tongue and groove setup with the almost looks like a Picatinny rail back there. It looks like it could be adaptable to other designs like later on.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've actually had some customers that have riser and made their own type of riser using the charging handle. I got a buddy that he doesn't use it for a riser, but he likes it for the hand charging. So he actually made his own little 2-3 finger grip, so he can just kind of slap it and grab it because he doesn't use it for the riser part of it. So, and I was thinking the other day how they're doing these for the retro, except using like the wood kits. I was like, man, I'd like to see somebody. I need to get out there and make me a wooden to go with the wood grips and the wood hand guards now, wood stock.
That's pretty cool.
That'd probably look pretty cool.
See, that's an example of just some of the neat things you can do with these. I mean, as far as the AR-15, like, some people may not like wood furniture, but some people think it'd be kind of neat. It's something different, and you can make it your own unique creation in many sense, And
one of the cool things about it is it's that same polymer as your Glock. So anything you can do to a Glock, you can do to it. Cerakote it, hydro dip it, stipple it if you want to. We actually had a guy at a gun show. We were next to a hydro dip guy, and he was like, I'm going to borrow one of them. And I was like, sure. So we brought it back the next day, and he had dipped it in a cool-looking carbon fiber hydro dip and matte Duracoat.
Mhm.
Oh man, so you want to talk about it? Perfect. It looked exactly like the riser was made out of carbon fiber on the black AR. I mean, it was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen some really cool painted builds that people have done. We've got a guy out in Texas. He's one of our best, real good friend and a real good dealer, Chance Paris out at CP Tactical Solutions, and he does great builds and great paint jobs. And some of the work that he's done painting the rifles up and then painting the Habu in it. Yeah, check out CP Tactical Solutions on Facebook paint jobs. He's got a multi-cam and a Texas Longhorn rifle that he painted it up. You can do with the Habu, especially if you're tricking out your rifle.
Awesome. So to order one of your charging handles, is just falcon37.com?
That's right. Yep, we've got it on. We got them on the website. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, because I don't ever put the we don't ever put the sales stuff on the website. We always do that through social media, and so we had a pretty nice little Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale that we ran, and that got some pretty good results.
Nice.
But yeah, we retail them for $89.95 on the website. You know, there's always a sale going on every once in a while, but we back it up with a lifetime warranty and 100% customer satisfaction. So if you've got any issues, all you got to do is return it. We'll send you a new one or send you your money back if for some reason you want your money back. That doesn't happen very often.
Did you say 89?
89, yep.
That's about 50 to maybe 70 less than I would have thought you'd have said. That's not bad.
Well, it's an ambi charging handle, and initially when we put them on retail, we retailed them for more than that, and just we found out that people just aren't going to pay more than $100 for a charging handle. I don't care what it is. I mean, there's just a price point for a charging handle, and we made some money off of it, but it was just, you know, we're right there with your Raptors and your gunfighters. So
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, I think those are about $69 or something, roughly, maybe. Depending, of course, depends on the deal you find and all that kind of stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And
Thank you.
now they are coming out with the AR-10 version, and literally, I've already ordered some. So I'm not just a member; I'm a user. Wait, yeah,
user. It sounds like you're an addict.
But you know, like I said, because this right here, you can see how big of a gap it is between, and this is a Vortex Strike Eagle. So on my AR-10, I have nothing back here, and I don't necessarily like cheap risers. So if I have anything else that makes up that difference between the height, and you're looking at about 3 fingers, so what that's about almost 3 inches difference. And that's where you're coming up high on your cheekbone, and you know you're trying to get that spot to get that good sight picture. Whereas when you grab that, it's taking up the difference. So now, from the top of my hand, it's it's a natural, it's a natural position, and I can just charge it real fast, not worry about it.
We're reaching up underneath that short. I try to get a hold of that charger. Yep.
So
right. Cool. Yeah, I actually just built my first AR-10, which is why I bought the Malaysian ammo. So, by the way, I was going to ask you, James, I saw you having your AR-10 out earlier. Tell me a little bit about what you got there, as far as components and stuff. I'm sure did you build it or you bought it already built?
This is what's called, it used to be a PSA, but now it works. I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Anyway, so basically a PSA lower, B5 stock, I believe. Or no, this is
the upper also PSA, or is the upper something else?
No, the upper is made from a company, I think, out in Connecticut.
And it actually matched up okay?
Yeah, standard. I mean, it's not
there really
like
isn't a standard with the AR-10, so that's why I asked, because
But you see how that lined up, and it's actually solid. I mean, there's no there's no real rattle to this thing.
Nice.
And this barrel is an 18-inch heavy fluted barrel. And the other one I couldn't get to run. I mean, the PSA one, nothing against them personally.
PSA upper, or what they talking about?
Yeah,
or
the
what?
PSA, they had a match upper in a nice barrel, but I couldn't get it to cycle. I went to the gunsmith. We tried everything. And finally, it's sitting in my safe. So this is just a bunch of parts thrown together, and maybe I spent $1,500 on the whole rifle, minus the optics. But now I could reliably hit, and I haven't shot farther. I know the rifle will go farther, but I was nailing out 500 yards, and I mean, it was just dinging. So I really don't have an issue with that. Yeah. Now it reliably cycles, and you could burn through this thing as fast as possible, and no issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested to run my remote. I'm getting a background feed through somebody's. I don't know whose it is. Is it? I don't know if it's on your end, James. No, stop now.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway,
It can't always be me.
well, I'm just looking at everyone's wearing headphones. It's up to you. That's why I'm calling it on you. Oh, nice.
Celtic RFB. Ow. No blood was lost. But anyway, this is another one. I've been getting into AR or 308s lately. And this thing is actually softer shooting than the AR-10. I don't know how to explain it, but literally when you shoot these two, you have a lot less felt recoil in this.
That's interesting. I wonder if the buffer system is just like longer or what.
I don't know, because I would have thought this buttstock, how it's shaped, would hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
But between shooting the two of them, this one literally there was a decent difference in how much you felt, and there wasn't a whole lot of recoil.
I think it's pretty sweet looking though.
It looks like it belongs on Super Troopers.
Don't mess with my movie. Well, hey, but this is another thing, right? So leading up to, and this might be another factor, the months leading up to Black Friday, people were getting rid of guns because I picked this up for $12.99 brand new, minus the optic. So
yeah,
I mean, there's been a lot of
that makes
people
sense. People want to clear out some room for something new that they want,
Oh yeah, so there's been a ton of sales going on way before Black Friday even got here.
Or you mean like from store or like private party sales?
No, from stores.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was just thinking, private parties might be selling more stuff too because of that reason, but
right.
That's cool. I know I'm kind of almost thinking about that, getting rid of a couple ARs and get something different. Just because, I have enough of them. That's, kind of in a sense. I hate to say it that way because really there isn't such a thing, but.
Have any of you guys tried
on that new what is it, CMMG made with that new 45 PCC that they've got? That thing looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you should see
the video. I don't know if I've seen it yet.
CMMG's got a new 45 caliber pistol carbine.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
It's the CMMG Guardian 45 ACP.
Yeah, that's
Guardian,
awesome.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that thing's sick.
I've got one. I picked it up. And
really?
Anyway, it is worth.
You like it?
It is worth every penny. There's actually a video of me on my Facebook page taking it to the range, and I have the old Chris Vector when it first came out with the 30-round 45 stick mags. So I have a whole pile of those, and we were running them through that CMMG.
Nice.
Ran flawless, no issues. And we were just dumping ammo as fast as we could. And the recoil, obviously the gun moves, but what you feel when you're pulling the trigger, it was nothing. We were surprised. We were utterly amazed. So,
well, when I picked up speaking of the 45 and a carbine setup, first time I tried a Chris Vector, 45, I was really kind of surprised at the amount of recoil it had. I was expecting with a rifle being, or a carbine being heavier with 16-inch barrel and so forth, versus like shooting a 45 pistol, that it would be a little bit lighter. And it just seemed like it kind of didn't. It just seemed like it had more recoil than I expected.
I know they can't do it, and I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to send you the link.
On Facebook?
Yeah, that's easier.
And by the way, too, Eric, your website, Falcon 37 website, pretty awesome. I'm just, you go there, it's got a lot of movement and stuff and videos, the plane and whatnot, and it really gets to show off how your product is used and so forth. Gives a good feel for what it is. Yeah, no problem. I think it's great.
Yeah, our photographer, Lloyd Wainscott, well, I think he's in North Carolina now, over in Jacksonville. He used to be down in Hilton Head. Retired Marine, or not an ex-Marine, always a Marine. He's a former Marine, and he took pictures for him and taking a lot of pictures for us for our product stuff. And so, yeah, Lloyd Wainscott makes a lot of dopey-looking paratroopers and Marines look good. I'll tell you that.
Nice. I'm right here.
Take a look and see if I can pull us up what you just sent me here. Oh, it's a video clip, so I can't share it because it's in my feed, but I can actually see it. I'll have to watch this later on. But yeah, CMG's got a lot of great stuff. In fact, you're going to see them in the 50 States AR-15 project. We've got their upper and lower and some other parts and things for the Missouri rifle build that's going on in that part of the project. That one's actually not too far off. I mean, I gotta find a few more components for it yet. Barrel, bolt carrier group, gas block, gas tube. I think that's about it. Oh no, muzzle brake, of course, to go on that barrel. So I was kind of looking at Black Friday deals too for that, trying to figure out what to get, because there's a few companies I found in Missouri for that one. One of which is like Black Rain Ordnance, but I gotta tell you, their stuff's really priced, at the higher end. But I'm not saying it's not worth it, because I haven't owned any of their stuff, but they seem to make pretty good products from what I've heard and seen, But anyhow, yeah, that was getting close. So,
speaking of really good deals, has anybody tried the Cheetah 12?
No, I've seen that.
All right, dude, will you stop it? I'm starting to feel like the poor kid at show and tell at school.
Yeah, I noticed you've got a lot more guns than the last time you've been on.
Yeah, hold on. Here, look, I have a gun. Look,
I am happy for you, though.
Well, no. This is $4.99. They had these $4.79 with free 10-round mags. So I think you got one with the gun and 2 extras. So this is not expensive, and this is what I was talking about the deals. I've seen deals where people, they're like, oh, the slump, and so they're selling guns at close to cost. So it's just smart shopping, and that's it. But for $500, and this runs all your standard Sega magazines. Right?
Oh, that's cool.
It's got the threaded barrel for the choke, and your charging handle is on your left side. So all those guys that paid all that money. And the trigger on this thing is ridiculous.
But what if I'm left-handed?
Yeah, and it's actually got a green fiber optic sight.
Oh, that's cool.
And a decent sight on the back. And you could switch this over to the AR buffer tube and run it with a standard AR stock. And all this was $4.79.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Wow.
It isn't.
Yeah, so that's actually a really, really good price for a shotgun. And I looked at all the reviews, and nobody had any issues with them. Now, it is a Chinese-made shotgun.
Which one is this exactly?
This is the Cheetah 12.
The Cheetah 12. I was giving you shit earlier, and I stepped on you. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, yeah, no worries. It happens all the time. Yeah, but that's it. And so that's the thing. This is all the sales even before Black Friday got here. People have been getting rid of guns. And that's where, you know, you're finding some really good deals, because there was a few dry months over the summer. And they're like, nope, let's start dumping stuff. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw a at the gun show where were we at? In Raleigh. A guy selling the ATI Max Hybrid, you know, the AR that they call it the hybrid because they strengthened it with steel in there. It's not all polymer anymore.
It's almost like zinc, actually.
$390 for an ATI Max Hybrid. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a truck gun, but $390 for an AR?
Yeah, absolutely.
One though, I saw Nordic Components was getting rid of a complete NC-15 upper MOA rifles out of the box. They're $750 upper for Black Friday. They had it marked down to $299.
Wow.
NC-15 upper, full carrier, everything.
See, that's
not bad at all.
Yeah, no, with their handguard, all that mess, $700 and something upper, and they were getting rid of them for $300. They didn't last long, put it that much.
You know, that's funny because what is it? Vector or Spec Ops Manufacturing had full ARs, and you can get a 300 blackout or a 5.56. The whole rifle was $399, and it wasn't a bad setup. So that's what I was saying, and this was before Black Friday.
I saw someone had like rifles for like $250 or $299 for an AR.
That was Freedom Group on Freedom Munitions. They had one.
Yep, that's it. You got it. And they had like, they had one of them or only a couple of them or something.
The internet blew up. All 12 people that follow the Facebook page over there lost their goddamn minds. They were so pissed. They're just losing it. But I don't know. I mean, like, here they came out, they tried to do something nice and put up, like, yeah, we got, I don't know, 20 guns or 10, however many they had.
Well, their site got, like, when they launched it, I guess it crashed or something, and they had to, like, scramble to get it back up or something, and people were all upset because of it.
Yeah, and all the guns had sold before it came back up. But it's like, dude, I mean, I don't know. It's a Black Friday promo. What did you expect?
It's just like when you're going to the Walmart on Black Friday and, you know, you get trampled on by people.
Or when you're not doing that.
And now you see why I have a vest.
Yeah.
I need to know where you get that at.
Yeah, what's your website again?
CYA Concealment. One word.
CYA Concealment. So is that technically like a second company from High Speed Shooting Stabilizers, or is it?
I don't like to divulge my yes.
Well played. No, very cool. So
yeah, but here's the thing. I actually have pre-packaged 4mm sealed bags, so you get this in the mail. It doesn't come all ready. They're already pre-assembled, inventoried. We have 3 sizes, and then you 5 colors, 3 sizes.
So is that the which pack is that?
The protector is the large one. The shield is the medium, and the minimalist is like a day pack.
Okay.
And it goes from 12x14 pistol to 10x12 rifle, 12x14 pistol, 12x14 rifle, 12x14 rifle, 12x14 pistol, 22-inch SBR.
Okay. Hey, before, I know we're wrapping up pretty soon, but I was going to ask. I know we've mentioned in the past about like going to the airport with a setup like that. Obviously, no magazines and gun parts or anything like that in it. But I'm saying if you're just going with the defensive purpose,
this is polyethylene. So this will go right through the X-ray machine, and what they're worried about is that they can't X-ray through it. So the X-rays will go right through this. This is not X-ray proof. And as long as they see it's a piece of plastic and that's all it is, it's polyethylene fiber. So this is TSA approved for travel. The company, and they make this plate specifically for us. This is on the TSA approved list. So this plate that you can put in your backpack. And the other thing about our bags, let me grab one off the shelf.
I'm just gonna say it right now. I would screw up, and there'd be some gun part in the bag. I know there would be.
So you see this back piece right here? These little squares?
Mm-hmm.
So I could take this giant piece, put that giant body armor, slide in there. So, and now this entire back panel is ballistic. So I can whip it off of my shoulder, throw it onto my arm, just like this, as a shield, and get it in front of me.
Hell yeah.
I can run,
Awesome.
and I have a shield, and this, pretty much this whole surface is now 3A ballistic.
So the plates, most plates are universal, I'm guessing, right? So the plates I have in my plate carrier should fit in there.
Yes.
Okay.
The difference is this weighs 2 pounds, and if you look up Veterans Manufacturing, they have one of these plates, same level plate, 17 rounds from a 9mm, 15 rounds from a 40, and 6 rounds from a 44 Magnum, all on the same plate, no penetration.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't know how they got the guy to spin it that long.
What are your bags running?
Well, they don't run you.
How much are they?
Sorry. So the bags run depending on the size. So you have 340 for the big one, 325 for the little one, and 315. And these bags have a limited lifetime warranty. There is a video on our website. Somebody threw this over a pull-up bar, so the straps are hanging down just like this. And they had 220 pounds on this strap and 210 pounds on this strap and hung off the bag. So it's 430 pounds on just the shoulder straps, and they did not come off.
Nice.
Nice.
So
yeah, for a 300-pound big bulky guy, that's definitely going to be more reliable because my plate carrier and my other tactical vests, they fit kind of snug. So
well, here's the other thing. If I ask you, where's your vest at? So we're out of the restaurant, we're talking. I say, where's your vest?
In my closet at home.
It'd be in my trunk and wherever. Yeah.
Okay, but you see the problem with that.
Yeah. You can take that everywhere.
Where's my vest? I unzip my bag and I pull out my wallet and my cell phone, and I was like, it's right here. So that's the other thing. And you don't have to put all the armor in it, guys. You can use it like a regular backpack and that's why we made it so you just have the one back panel. So I don't have to carry anything else in here except that one back panel, and I have this 17 by 10 ballistic panel to get behind. It doesn't matter if I grab it like this. It doesn't matter if I grab it from the side handle. I mean, I have 10 by 15 or 10 by 17 ballistic plate to try and, at least get me into cover. If a guy's coming at me with a knife,
I was just going to say that.
You're not putting a knife through these plates. I don't care who you think you are. We tried. You're not doing it.
So what's the size of that back panel that you have?
The big back panel is 10 by 17. In comparison, this is a 10 by 12 plate, just so you can see the size difference.
Okay.
Now, can I wear this on my back, the big one on my back, and this on my front? Yes. And it's not going to get in the way. It might be a little stiff, but, I mean, you'll live. Literally, you'll live.
So do you sell the 10 by 17 on the site?
These just got in. I just got the first batch today.
What do those run for the plates?
Huh?
What do those run?
These are going to run about 175 for a 1017. These smaller ones are 145. But guys, here's the difference. This plate in my hand weighs a pound. If I throw it in the water, it won't sink. It'll just neutrally buoyant. So that's how light. This is 1 pound. The 12 by 14 plates, obviously bigger format, they're 1.5 pounds. So you're looking at 3 pounds for the body armor, 3 pounds for the bag. So 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds. You have a complete vest that you can do whatever. Point in case, we went to the Atlanta aquarium, and very strict, nothing, knives, nothing. The backpack went through. There's nothing that says you can't take body armor, and it's just body armor. So if something did happen, at least have something to put in front of my family.
Right.
You know, if you're at school and you can't carry in the state of Florida, I at least have a vest. Now, here's a really good thing. I wanted to show you guys this. So here's my vest. And how do I not get shot, right? We actually designed these that I can unzip it, pull it apart, dump all my books out, and throw it over me just like this. So I look like I'm wearing a backpack and not a vest. So if I strap it on and I'm out there running,
So the pouches are on the inside then, where you can still get to them, and like
you can set it up both. You can set it up both ways, but my other holster's right here. This is all Velcro.
So where would your mag pouches be then?
Well, that's the thing. You set it up one way or the other.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to school and I can't carry assault gear, why would I have it in the vest?
Right.
But I can at least put, you know, some other gear in this outside pouch, tourniquets, whatever. And now this becomes airport / school / everything.
So if you put it on the other way, what does the other side of it look like? I mean, on the in, like if you flip it around, yeah.
Now I'm tactical man.
Yeah. So here's my question on that. So is that just you got molly attachments there, or what is that? Well,
yeah, you have a molly panel.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Cool.
So all you do is take this.
Yeah.
Velcro it on. There's your molly gear. You can switch your loadout in minutes.
Cool.
Slap it back on. And I have an empty backpack with armor I could use for whatever. Or if I have pouches with Velcro, I can just slap them right on the inside. I don't even have to use the molly. Okay. So this is literally as modular as you're going to get.
This is what I want for Christmas now. It's on my list.
Yeah. I'm thinking everything else I've already asked for, everything I've already got, you know, can go back.
I got guns. I need armor.
Well, and that's the thing,
body armor, but this is
so, this has got 3A soft. I can put the 3A hard. I can put this and a steel plate in front of it. So then I have 3A behind it with a steel plate in front. I could run the 3A soft with the ceramic plate. Whatever I have, I could run as long as I don't mind the weight. So that you're not limited to any one armor.
So I could throw the full steel plates in there if I wanted to, like AR-500.
Yep.
Okay. And the bag doesn't come with any of that. Just that's your choice to add what you want to add in there after you have the bag ready.
So this Big Mamba Jamma.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is rifle rated, 4 pounds, neutrally buoyant, and has been tested up to 8mm Mauser and 338 Lapua.
Is that also TSA compliant?
As long as I can shoot the X-ray through it, and you can, it's just thicker polyethylene. And lastly but leastly, this is from, we're testing a couple of these. This is a 10x15 ballistic shield. It will fit in the bag. So if I stand up, you can see it fits right in the bag.
Nice.
So you could actually get this whole thing set up. And someone's like, oh, why would you do that? That's why. Pistol's clear. I could actually do that. And you can see how little of my body's actually exposed if I had to do whatever. So I don't carry this around, but these are options that we show. And we talk to here's another version of a shield. That's the same thing. You have these little shields, and you see how thin that is?
Mm-hmm.
I have knife attacks. If I got to clear, I can sit here and do whatever I need to do, and this is literally covering those exposed areas, and they all fit in a pack.
Cool.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
I don't think we're going to wrap stuff up for tonight. But again, James, what's the website again?
Huh?
What's your website?
www.cyaconcealment.com.
Awesome. Cool.
See ya.
So, well, again, I also welcome. That's how long today's been. But I was going to say thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, we'll go around the room real quick if anybody has any final thoughts before we close up. But, Corey, you got anything you want to throw out?
Hey, man, this was a seriously fun night learning about some new gear and stuff. I mean, this was pretty cool. Thank you, James, for showing us that. Eric, the charging handle, man. That's what's up.
Pick one up. You'll like it, man. I'm telling you.
I like the idea, too. If you're going to have something you're going to put in a pack, it's not going to get snagged on it coming in and out on a traditional charging handle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's I've been busy with finals this week and next week, so I'm a little tired. So I was asleep right before this. But
I wish I was asleep before this.
Oh, man. I tell you. Plus, I went hunting this afternoon, didn't see a thing. So.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, I've got my logo being finished. I should have it first thing Monday morning.
Which one did you go with?
I went with the one you liked because I like that one too.
Cool, awesome.
So,
I was trying to help you with that. And I'm like, it's always a tough thing with the logo stuff. It really is.
Yeah, you want to get something that's, you know, like you said, it like not kind of snarky looking and, you know, thinking that they're better than anybody else because, you know, obviously I'm not, but it's just one of them things that, you know, I wanted something cool and something genuine and something, you know, the guys, you know, smiling and smirking just like you said. So, but we're going to go ahead and go with that one and hopefully get some labels produced here shortly.
Awesome. So, yeah, thanks again, Corey. And then,
thank you.
Eric, you got any other thoughts you want to throw out with us tonight?
No, I just want to say thanks for having me on. And, man, anytime you want somebody to hang out and chit-chat, I really enjoyed meeting you guys. And it was good talking to you too, James. Ain't spoke to you in a while.
I know, man. It's been a minute.
So we need to do a gun show again. We had fun down there in Atlanta last time.
You can see what I've been up to, man.
Yeah,
I know what you have. And by the way, I'm going to get a order in on some of those hisses too, man. We need some more fangs, but I want to pick up some of those hand guards too, or that hand grip too. I love it.
That's
big
awesome.
hand. Get that thing. It works.
There you go. The hiss and the fang.
You need to show how it integrates the two together. I mean, he actually have them when you slide them right up to each other. They fit. You know, for your hand right there. I mean, it fits. You're running my AR right there.
Yep.
Right to the bottom, back of it.
So you can use both positions instead of just the one. So that would make it better for stability and accuracy.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Nice. Thank you again, Eric, for hanging out with us. We'll have you back on. We're always doing this every week, so you're welcome anytime.
Anytime, and when you're ready to put that Carolina version together, we'll get you a charging handle so you can make sure you got a Carolina charging handle on there.
Awesome, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm. It's one of the things I want to get going on too is getting started on figuring out what receiver set and everything we're going to use. There's a few good options I've seen so far out here, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, we've got some pretty good manufacturers out here too. Who were you looking at for the receiver?
I'm not sure. I had a couple different companies that kind of looked at, and I don't really know who I'm going to go with. I don't want to get into names just yet because I don't want anybody to feel left out if I end up going in a different direction. You know.
Well, we do know what color you're going to paint it, though, right?
Yeah, was it the Panthers blue or whatever?
No, Tar Heel blue. Yeah, you got to paint
Tar Heel blue. I'm close. See, I'm from up north, so I'm still learning this stuff, but I know the color.
That's right, Carolina blue.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
Thanks a lot, bud.
Thank you. And Kent, thanks again. You got any final thoughts?
Yeah, those of you guys that are making gun parts and stuff, Can you start shipping them bastards in like Yankee Candle boxes or something so my wife won't? It would really help me out.
Hey, at least my UPS or FedEx guy started putting our stuff like in a certain spot behind some things for us. I won't go into particulars, I guess, but I mean, he's concealing them. He's doing the CYA type deal with the packaging, which is good.
I'm just saying, I'll pay an extra 5% for a covert box. Hook me up.
Specifically, if that would be a paid for option that somebody would do, I'll put it on my website to ship it discreet shipping.
There you go.
Yeah, I would. Although the street kind of sounds shady a little bit, so you got to find some creative words to use, maybe like I don't know. I have to cope with it.
Spouse-friendly shipping, 5%.
Yes, there you go.
No, you know what you need to do? Is you need to save a cereal box. A cereal box and half the bag of cereal sealed.
So Captain Crunch comes in the front porch. It's got like an upper receiver.
Throw that extra box of cereal in there. Like, did you buy another box of cereal? God. I'll tell you what, I'll take it into my office. I'll just eat it when at night when I get hungry. That'll be my snack. Bam. Problem solved. We are concealment masters.
Well, thanks again, Kent. That's a great idea, but anyway. Yeah, James, I don't know if you got anything else you want to throw out.
Hey, this is something that we've all got to sit there and I kind of thought to it. There's a lot of bad stuff that's been going down, and something that we got to do, especially in our own lives. We got to stop treating the internet like it's a tool for us to insult, demean, attack, isolate, and hurt other people. Because there's people out there that wouldn't say stuff to my face because it'd probably be a real stupid idea, but you'll say it over the internet. And we're dehumanizing each other, and we're lessening each other as human beings. And people are like, well, how does this violence occur? Well, we create it, we foster it, we generate it. I love Second Amendment, I love my country, but I love human beings more. So we need to start throttling back, how we treat people, and start remembering that this was supposed to be for us to communicate and to share and expand ideas, not to take each other apart. And if you wouldn't say it to someone's face, don't think the keyboard's a crutch. So that's my final message, because I keep hearing, how do we curb gun violence? It's not gun violence, it's violence. And violence stems from people not having the means to come up in the world, and all they can do is strike back. So we need to look at, hey, how can we bring more people into the fold? How can we actually start acting as human beings? And, the internet's gotten out of hand, and we need to, start setting examples. And I know it may sound crazy, but, if we don't, who will?
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, it's well said. I appreciate that. I mean, we have the whole, again, thank you, James, for being on with us and everything. I was going to add to that before we wrap up, too, like the whole anonymity of the internet, too, that people can hide behind that, and like you said, it uses a crutch, and people can say stuff and this and that, and they just go back and forth. I've seen that with even family members and friends where they'll, someone's, anti-gun or whatever, and they go back and forth with different things, and it's like they won't talk about it in person, but they'll do it on the internet in front of, and I say in front of, virtually in front of, other people. The dehumanizing is a good key point of all that. We see so much violence, and it's internet. It's just like your services from Comcast or Sprint or whatever the hell we have here, I forget. But you get the triple play, you get the telephone, the internet, all the crap. Well, all these different forms of media all have different aspects to that. You got video games. Kids are out there playing Call of Duty and all these other games where you're just blowing people up and stuff, and they see that and they don't take that as what it really is. Not that I'm saying all video games are bad and this and that. I'm just saying that it for some people that are younger that don't quite understand, maybe it could be something that's not a good idea. The whole part of the internet with Facebook and forums and stuff where people can just have an open open soapbox to stand on and not have to show their own face necessarily. They can say whatever they want, you know, in a sense. You know, people take that as a easy means to vent sometimes in an abusive manner and whatnot. Anyway, it's all stuff that we kind of are aware of and know. And, yeah, we just got to take it, like you said, for what it is, and basically utilize it for a way of, you know, sharing information and trying to better ourselves in a sense, you know, by helping other people learn things and sharing ideas and stuff, not necessarily putting the negative where you're putting people down or trying to harm people and whatnot. So, you know, that's kind of
it, and I know everybody is. So, you know, I apologize. And I'm trying to stop myself, and we forget sometimes. And us older guys and us guys that have been in the military, you know, we'll only go so far, and then, you know, that switch flips.
Yeah.
You know, and people who have been there, they understand that. You know, we understand each other, and your buddy comes up and says, "Hey, man, just chill out, unload, show clear, just, you know, let's go here." And, you know, we need to first be honest with ourselves, be honest with other people. And, you know, we can start growing this community, and we've had this talk before, you know, we shouldn't be turning on each other. We should be helping each other. So, you know, New Year's starting, so I don't need to wait till the first to make a resolution. You know, I'm going to seriously, and if I catch myself doing it, I'm just going to say, hey, you know, whatever, my bad, and stop. You know, we got to start practicing that. And because it's not gun violence, it's just violence.
yeah. They say it's not a gun problem; it's a heart problem. You know.
Yeah. So
I've seen that before. Yeah. So, anyway, on that note, let's all be good to each other, and you know, promote our Second Amendment in a positive manner, and just be good to each other in other aspects of life. And to sum it all up, have fun shooting. Again, thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you next week.